Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are here to provide a deck list. I mean, everything's kind of in the title. A deck profile, actually, one of the undefeated decks for the case tournament that day. Right before we jump directly into this profile, like always, I'm just asking if you guys can like, comment, subscribe. Think about subscribing at least. Subscribe if you like the content so I can keep growing this channel and hopefully just kind of raise the awareness of the content within the community. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. The deck is Red Broly. Some people were sleeping on this deck. Some people just didn't think that people would get TPs on the very first weekend of it being out. Either way, the deck is nutty, and I've got somebody that's pretty funny and cool to put you through the paces of the deck. So without further ado, I give you Nick Minio and his Red Broly deck profile. Alrighty then, so we're here with my friend Nick at the case tournament at what, Comic Kings, Virginia Beach, around there, something like that?
Something like that.
And right now, I want to show you guys actually a profile for Red Broly. Didn't cover that exactly in the videos earlier, but the deck is actually really spicy and wasn't necessarily thought to be a crazy contender coming in here. Like, everybody's been on the Gotenks train and lots of people playing blue actually, but I guess if you can introduce yourself before you go into the deck profile.
My name's Nick Minio. I'm probably below average. This deck was like above average, so like it kind of works out. Quick maths. Shout outs to MRG Gaming, Max Rarity Gaming. Shout out to Kiku Master, gave me the whole deck full out. I don't own a single card. I don't like DBS cards. I have a whole Yu-Gi-Oh deck. You want to see my Yu-Gi-Oh deck? We can do a deck profile on that. Alright. So I played Invoked Eldritch.
Not like this. Not like
No, but I played the Broly swap deck, which is probably the closest thing to Yu-Gi-Oh. I get like 20 attacks a turn. I can't do math, so I just assume it's 20. Let's get in the deck profile.
Almighty loose count.
Yeah. Alright. We got the 1-drops. 1-drops probably the best cards in the deck. Because without them, they don't really work. So they swap 3. It goes into the 3-drop. I got the TP promos. Shout out to Kiku Master. The best. So yeah. So basically, you play Vampa turn 1 every game. This is the best card to hit off your Vampa because for turn 2, it's an additional swing. So say if you hit this off your Vampa turn 1, you don't get additional swing because this guy's actually a 15k body with a bot on the field. So this is your best thing to hit turn 1. This is probably the only reason why the deck works, to be honest, because it gets you the bot to make this guy a 15k. Other than that, you'd be relying to hit bot off the Planet Vampa, and that's just not good. So yeah, the 1-drop swaps, you need to max out on these because you want to hit these turn 1 and turn 2 up your Planet Vampa, because essentially playing these for free. The whole deck's about playing cards for free. For the 3-drop, probably the best one because it's a free swap. You just the 1-drop swap for free. So these guys are just infinite pressure. I see a lot of people not using the Servant Overall mechanic or the Servant Overlord mechanic on these. I don't understand. It's just a free card after you swing, so you really get to attack for a 15k, attack with the 19k, and then bottom deck it to draw a card. So with this deck, like if you have the TP promos, it's easy to start like multiple chains. Like you really only need 2 chains out there. Shout out to 2 chains. But yeah, you really only need 2 chains. So once I get my 3rd chain started on turn 3 by just hard casting one of the other 1-drops or playing this guy again, I usually just overlord these back just to get the additional draw. Up next, the 4-drop. This one's also very good. You search him a lot because with Broly's auto, when they get rid of the chain, the highest swap you can play is a 4-drop. So that's why you always want to have at least 2 in hand. 1 to swap into, and then 1 just to play for free if they do remove your chain. And this is when they start putting. This is the one where it starts warping cards out of hand. I don't know why they put hand control in an aggro deck. That's just bad math. I don't know. I'm not a designer. Shout out 3XG. They're doing great. Up next is the 5-drop where they swap into. This guy's big and beefy. Against the slow decks, this is what you want to go into turn 2. So you can just control their hand by usually warping 2 out of their hand with the 4 and the 5-drop, and then critting them with your leader swing and this because you always awaken turn 2. If you don't awaken turn 2, I don't know, you're just really bad, to be honest. Like, just figure that shit out. Up next is the 6-drop. It's really easy to cheat with this card, so I would recommend cheating with it. It says you can only play if your opponent has 3 energy, if you have 4 energy, but you don't read your cards, they don't read their cards. You play that shit on your turn 3 when you go first. I'm just kidding. The card is very good. It is unique, but a cool interaction with the SCR is obviously you can go into the 6-drop, swing with it, crack it for the SCR, and then play another 6-drop. You might be asking yourself, how is this possible turn 3? And you'll see later in the deck with the Kale Unison, the best unison in the game. It's not actually the best unison in the game. It's actually very lackluster.
It's stupid in this deck.
It's ridiculous in this deck. Broly SCR. If you can't afford it, then don't play the deck. Just go
Flexed.
Flex. Up next is for the non-Broly, I guess Broly cards. So 4 Bas. You need to play 4. You never want to hit this actually off your Vampa. You always want to hit it off your promo. If you can't afford the promos, don't play the deck. You're 4. Get out of here. Don't care about you. So you play 4 Bas.
Yeah.
They're blocker too. That actually matters.
It does really.
It really matters because you always want to tap out of this deck because like you just be doing the most. You always want to be tapping out. So when you don't like do this, so when you don't have blockers, you usually die to stuff like stupid things like Reaper of Justice. So I always try to set up 2 against that deck so I can, one's gonna get hit by Reaper of the Justice, the Gotenks deck for example, one of the better decks, and then you have the second one to block, and then you can usually out combo 25k pretty easily. And this whole deck wins by turn 3. By the way, you don't actually make it turn 4. I don't understand what that is. I don't like playing long games of DBS. I want to win turn 1 or 2. This is a win turn 2 deck. 4 Barriers. This is the best card in your deck. If you don't know how to use, this is the only card you hold off your mulligan. It's just a free plus when you swap into the 3-drop, and it just lets you turn stupid things like Bas and KO Unisons into attackers because you just combo these off because they're unique. So you have to get rid of them to play another one. So it's just literally free combo power that replaces itself. So it's literally the best card in my deck. I literally only hold 2 cards of mulligan. It's this and the KO Unison. Anything else is just incorrect. What we got next for you guys? Oh, super combos. Yeah, everyone likes super combos. Except for Herbario. I don't know what his name is, but he's the best DBS player in the world because he never uses super combos and makes fire content. You guys should give him a subscribe, actually. Not my guy right here.
Truth.
Shout out Herberto with, I don't even know his YouTube channel. Doesn't matter. I never watch his videos. He just doesn't play super combos. Then 2 Hidden Power E Supreme Kais. The main use for these were actually checking unisons so you could play your chain safely. The 5-drop trunks that just spins a card back to hand. Also, they're not bad for going for game, obviously. But yeah, the main use for these were checking unisons. This was actually a 1 for a while. I actually cut a Kale Unison, which I kind of regret to put this to 2 because the deck's super tight. Literally the deck builds itself. You just play all 4 ups. If you don't know how math works. So yeah.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, pretty clean. Your 2 Overwhelms, Barak, Awakened Instincts. Very upset these aren't foil, but can't always. Your sponsor's sometimes terrible. Shout out to KQ Gaming.
Draw more cards.
Or
Be more
KQ
ass.
Master, whatever his name is. I don't know. Check out Eden. He's the man. So yeah, it's just this just sees you more cards. You always want to be seeing more cards. You only lose with this deck when you whiff. And I never whiff because I actually know how to do math and play everything to 4 in the deck.
It's solid theory.
Shout out to Frank Miller. He doesn't listen to me. His deck was significantly worse because he didn't play everything at 4, but he still went undefeated like I did. Up next was
3 kill unison.
Shout out to Frank Miller. He doesn't listen to me. His deck was significantly worse because he didn't play everything at 4, but he still went undefeated like I did. Up next was 3 kill unison. It should have been at 4.
Nani?
It's really good because if they don't check it on turn 2, on turn 3, if you have 2 kill units, if you have 1 already up, it's at it gets to 4 counters on turn 2, and then turn 3, I don't know, you just want 1 to throw underneath it so you can give it the +1 so you can -7 on turn 3 and just win the game. So I'd probably play this at 4. I don't know what I cut yet. I have to look through the deck list again. Good thing we're doing it now, so you guys can help me out with that. 2 Plant Vampas. Yeah, you never actually want to have this card. You just search for it with your leader auto on the front. So you play 2 in case 1 gets lifed. Obviously, if they both get lifed, you just keep your cards up. To be honest, I don't know. It's never happened to me. I just stack my deck, and so it's never happened. And the last is 4 Violent Rays. This card's just really good. So in aggro matchups, you don't search the Plant Vampa because it takes a life. So instead you search Violent Rays, and then you just you kind of just hope and pray in the mirror match. It's not very fun. I would not recommend playing it. So yeah, it's a deck profile. It's just like 4 of everything, except for the back cards, like Clan Vampa, where you can search it.
Bet. All right, and what about your side decks there?
My side deck, yeah, my deck was super powerful, so I just sided in against the matchups I lost to, which was mono blue. So if you can't beat mono blue, you gotta side against it. So I played 4 Senzu beans, 4 at all costs. Or sorry, 2. I can't count. So I played the 2 at all costs because it's triple striker if I take 2 life. But I'm always taking life anyway, so this helps me go from 2 to 0, so I can just end the game faster. 2 God's Healing. I don't know. I don't know what the blue cards did. I just killed them before they could play any of them, so I really don't know what they do. 2 SPRs because they're pretty. 4 Booney because I don't know. And then one this because it's SPR and I use this as a Yu-Gi-Oh token in my Eldritch Synchro deck that you should watch that next profile. Yeah, I just didn't use a side deck. I knew I was better. My deck was better than everyone else at the tournament, so I didn't need a side deck. And I still won 3-0, so.
True, 3-0 split.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah, we 3-0 split the last 2 rounds. Yeah, it was a nice local.
The two people rolling with Red Broly, and for the people that don't know, that aren't on the Facebook channel, you can also introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Frank Miller, aka the Mailman. Me and Nick, we worked on this deck together. I think we had like a 1 card difference in the main board.
And no 1 card mattered because your deck sucked. You didn't play 4 of us.
I was first place at the Swiss dispute record. But it doesn't matter. We worked on this together for the most part, and yeah, this is it.
This is the deck profile.
His deck is better than mine because it's spoiled. So.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that was the profile. Just in case you were wondering what a optimal Red Broly deck looks like at the beginning of this format. Leave any questions you may have in the comments. I can reach out to these guys and see if they'll answer your questions. They might not, might so. Look at this, so shiny, super
shiny.
flex. Actually, the whole deck's shiny. It's
Yeah, no, the whole
pretty
deck's
great.
shiny. There's only like the worst card in my deck was by far the promo because it doesn't come foil, and then the second worst card was Awakened Instincts because I didn't have them foil.
Understood. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it.
So yeah, that is the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. Nick is a character, so there's a lot of humor wrapped in to the deck profile, and I actually had a lot of fun just messing around with it too. But you can kind of see the deck is extremely streamlined. I mean, there's really not a lot of room, as far as I can see right now, to really change like text or anything. Like the deck does what it does very well, but to do that it needs to be extremely consistent. So almost every single card, that's like pretty much 11 cards at 4, and then just a secret rare, 2 Planet Vampas, and 3 Kales. So I mean, we'll see how the deck evolves over time, but the inclusion of the TP is definitely needed for the deck to kick off, and that's what's gonna gatekeep a lot of people. So that being said, like I was stating before, I hope you guys liked the deck profile. I hope you guys liked the little just funnies that were going on in there. Let me know if you prefer this type of deck profile. Let me know if you just like it in general, you know, things you might change, things that you might find insightful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Will that be some games? I don't know. I got that plan. Another deck profile, I got that plan too. Interviews, got that plan too. We got the draft box cards being leaked slowly. I'm gonna go over those too. So like I said, subscribe if you like the content, because we're gonna keep it rolling. And I will see you guys next time inside of Join Universe X. Later.